Here with St. Joseph's College Brooklyn from left to right, junior student athlete Kelly O'Donnell, head coach Tom Flahive, senior student athlete Lauren Quesada. Start with an opening statement about the game by coach.
Well, we took a beating today from a very, very good United States Merchant Marine Academy team. Their leadership was clearly apparent. Taylor and Kaylee were focused. They were locked and loaded, and they came for bear, and they got the bear. But they're a good team, and their experience from being in the tournament last year, being prepared in the playoffs, and taking out Mount St. Mary's last year, I think paid dividends this year, and they couldn't miss a shot. My scouting report went out the friggin' window today. We kind of thought we'd try to contain Taylor and Kaylee, and we knew Vega was a shooter, but everyone else, Julia, she was, I wished her parents' flight was delayed in California and she couldn't come here, or maybe she wouldn't have played so well. But unfortunately, they got here and she lit us up, and she led the team very, very well. And Matt should be very proud. Alexa, they did a great job in preparing them for this, and I wish them well in the playoffs, in the NCAAs.
Excellent. Questions for the student athletes?
Coach, I'm with the USMMA Sports Network, John Kelly Jr. At the point of the year, right at February 8th, you were 11-9. Your team rolled off 7 straight wins to get to this final. I know it's not the result you were looking for, but still, just talk about down the stretch, including that you have a senior to your left there, Lauren Quesada, of how fun the ride was.
It's a fantastic experience. When I got hired 5 years ago, I know people keep saying I've been with St. Joe's for 12 years. Well, if we go that way, I graduated from St. Joe's, so I've been there for 44 years. But my first recruit was Gina Hopkins. My first prize recruit. Gina's a sweetheart of a girl, and I love her dad and her family. But Lauren was my main recruit. I needed an athlete that was strong, a good student, and Lauren has filled that bill completely over the 4 years, and I am proud to have coached her. I honestly believe, and coaches say this all the time, but I've had experience at Division I was a head coach at Division II. When I was at Queens, I'll tell you this in a heartbeat, these two girls would have been high on my list to bring on board, because I firmly believe they're Division II ball players. But we ended up crossing paths at the Division III level, and I'm very, very proud to have them as part of this program.
Lauren, you're a senior. When getting ready for this game from the broadcast standpoint, sometimes when it comes to coming back from an injury, always that mental, that mental capacity to hold on and stay positive. A couple of years ago, you only played 2 games. You come back, have a career year rebounding, and then now you get to salt it off at least with a finals appearance in the conference. Is it worth it? All the time that you've rehabbed to come back and to be as tell me about just this ride, the way to come back, and at least it didn't work out today, but the ability to play in a finals still got to be fun as a senior.
Yeah, it sucks still, but I think that it's all about I'm sorry. It's everything that I've put into this, like you said, I lost my entire sophomore year, and then I came back in my junior year, the surgery didn't work, so I had to have another procedure, and then this year I sprained my ankle real bad and had to miss 3 weeks of games, so it's just it sucks, because I felt so many times I was reaching the point of being highly efficient, and then it was here's something else, here's something else. So to finally be here with my teammates and my coaches who I love and who have supported me so much throughout these 4 years is really just amazing, and I'm just really happy that I got to do it with these people.
Kelly, next year, really, you're carrying the torch. You hit 1,000 points, you hit 1,500 same season, and you return amongst a lot of really good juniors next year. What can you take out of this game today that really can build towards what should be a really exciting season next year?
I think the biggest thing, even though it's a bittersweet moment, was I think we learned a lot from this game. I think going into this game. We are a pretty much young team. We have 3 seniors. And honestly, just taking our program this far, there's going to be those mess ups, and there's going to, it's rare to come into a game with a team who's never been at this level, and especially playing against a great team. So I think, honestly, this is going to be a good motivation for next season and wanting to get back here again.
Kelly, you've battled against this team 7 times in your career now. Talk about the battle with Taylor today, just back and forth between the 2 of you.
She's a great player. I think the greatest thing about me and her is no matter how feisty we get on the court with each other, after the game it's always love. I know when we went to say goodbye to each other, we both dapped each other up and said you're a great player at the same time. So I wish her luck. Her and DRC they're a great duo. She's a great player and a good person.
Any other questions? St. Joseph's College, Brooklyn, congratulations on a great season.
Thank you.
Thank you.